Good morning. Good morning. Happy Thursday. All right, let's see what the encouragement is for today. I am feeling my heart is leaning towards High Priestess energy today. For those of you that have seen the video, a huge thank you for the gifts, for the love, for the support, and just the appreciation of you all for the energy that you share with me when you stop by the page and you listen and you take it in and respond. For those that send gifts, I thank you. And so I lit a candle, a manifestation candle yesterday, holding space for those of you that have been supportive. And so that candle represented standing with you for whatever it is that you're believing, whatever it is that you might be manifesting or praying for. That was for you. A huge thank you. And so what came through last night, Spirit led me to pull my High Priestess deck, which I have that out today. And so there was a couple of messages that came through last night from Spirit. I'm led to pull from this deck again this morning. I had High Priestess energy on my mind this morning. The energy of those who are called to serve. Those who have been positioned to be used as a tool, as a conduit for Spirit. And so I'm going to pull from this deck today. I feel like Spirit might have something for you today. High Priestess energy and High Priest energy, right? It's energy. And then for tarot, I'm actually using my Sacred Feminine tarot deck. So let's take a look and see what comes out. Welcome to Blood Moon Oracle. Like, share, comment, and if you feel led, if you would be so kind to consider subscribing. If you find yourself subscribing, make sure that you hit the bell. That way you'll be notified in case I post new content or go live, okay? All right, so let's take a look and see what the message of encouragement is today. As I was getting ready this morning, Spirit was talking to me about forgiveness and how many times we are misunderstood, we are judged, we're categorized, labeled, all those things that would cause a little bit of friction, cause a little bit of hurt, right? When those things happen, it hurts, to have good intentions and to really treat people good or think that people have the same level of love and integrity that you have when it doesn't always seem to be true. That's not necessarily the case. And so many times we're called to forgive and release people for mistreatment. It's said that we teach people how to treat us, but sometimes people can be stuck in their own ways or see things from their very small perspective. And so it makes having relationships hard. Sometimes you have to walk away. Sometimes you have to just forgive and move on. And so Spirit was speaking to me about some experiences that I've had in the past where I didn't even really realize, that I was dealing with people that didn't like me, or that had some type of inferiority complex, or they felt intimidated or threatened by me when all I had was, good intentions. And like I said, it hurts, when that happens. But all you can do is forgive. Spirit was talking to me about forgiveness, of letting go. There's always a lesson in everything. And that kind of felt like the lesson that Spirit was delivering to me personally this morning. I don't know what's held in the cards for us for the message, but that is weighing heavy on my heart this morning. So maybe Spirit is letting someone know, your responsibility is just to act out of integrity, right? Because each of us are held to our own actions. We won't be responsible for how someone else acted, but we will be for how we acted. And so that's a message for someone. I haven't even got into the message, but let's dig in. I hope you all are well this morning. Welcome again to Blood Moon Oracle. And so the cards that came out was abundance, fortune, wealth, and plenty. And then we have precognition, psychic ability, and future vision. And we have setting boundaries with threshold protection and honor. Okay, so the message coming in this morning with abundance, precognition, and setting boundaries, it really feels a lot like a growing awareness, a growing ability actually to tap into your own abundance. Again, I'm talking to High Priestess, right? This message is really aimed towards High Priestess. And abundance alludes to all types of good fortune coming your way. And as I look at this card, this is a picture of Lakshmi, who is known to be the goddess of abundance. And she brings the energy of fortune, wealth, and plenty. And as you look at her, the first thing that sticks out to me this morning when I look at her is the double set of arms, which means for me, this is also pointing to her ability to create her abundance in all types of actions. Her ability to bring that about. There's something inside of you that Spirit is alluding to that is your abundance. It's something that you hold within you. There's some gift or gifts, some talent or talents, some ability or abilities that you hold that Spirit is pointing to as your abundance this morning. And not only that, it is increasing. It's increasing. However, abundance comes through, and that can come through in many different ways. In this picture, I don't know if you can see the gold coins as she's holding her hands out. They're just falling, free falling. Just the limitless gold coin. She has a golden crown around her head. She has gold around her neck, gold around her wrists. All of her clothing is laced and trimmed in gold. Everything about this says abundance. And so Spirit is pointing to this energy as it pertains to you. And I really do feel like Spirit is saying this is abundance that you are bringing into fruition for yourself. This is abundance that you have the ability to manifest for yourself. And however that looks, again, abundance comes in many different ways. We're not going to limit it to just money, right? I think that's a big part of this, but abundance is also friendships. Abundance is also peace. It's also having resources that you need. And so abundance comes in many different ways. It comes in nature, right? We go out into nature, and nature is so abundant. It never ceases. Nature never ceases to provide to us what we need, right? Simple moments, simple joys, right? The abundance of everything. Spirit is saying this is the energy that you are in right now, you're coming into. And this also includes you being grateful right now in this moment. Grateful, I always say this, that having thankfulness and a grateful heart actually is the door for more abundance. It's the door for more abundance. And so be confident and rest assured that great joy and prosperity will be expanding in your life. I feel like that is what the abundance card is bringing. Then precognition is the ability to see into time, the ability to see into time. Again, I'm talking to High Priestess and High Priest. I feel like there's this growing ability that you have, talking about those gifts, right? The many arms of Lakshmi that we see in this picture. One of those things Spirit is saying this morning is your ability to tap into energy, to tap into information headed your way. I feel like Spirit is expanding this gift, this ability to be able to see, right? Not only looking forward, but even to see in a greater aspect around you, a clearer aspect, clarity, right? But I feel like there is an expansion of a gift coming in. And I feel like it does for many have something to do with you being tapped into your spirit guide, source, you taking the time to sit down and listen, right, to the messages that are coming in, because they are coming in. I think that could also be part of this abundance that you are walking into, that you are in right now. Spirit is pointing to this energy. And then lastly is the energy of setting boundaries. I feel like Spirit is talking today about taking a look at what your boundaries look like. Do you have boundaries? Have you placed yourself on the back burner to be available to others? Have you prioritized others above yourself? And if that's the case, Spirit is telling you that now is the time to rearrange your priorities. And if you are placing others before you, for you specifically, Spirit is saying it's time for you to put yourself first. You could be someone that complains about not getting the respect that you feel like you deserve. But Spirit is also saying that we teach people how to treat us. And many times people will look at us and they'll see, do we respect ourselves? Do we value ourselves? Do we place ourselves in priority in our lives? And if we do, then they follow suit. Just like if we don't, then they won't see a need to do it either. And so Spirit is saying someone has been complaining possibly about not receiving the honor or the respect or the consideration that you feel is due you. But Spirit is also saying to place yourself in that position in your own life, and others will do the same. And so there's a need for boundaries here in the reading that's coming up here. And also Spirit guides coming through this one as well. And even if you are someone who is already tapped into this energy of abundance, this energy of precognition, all the more reason to have boundaries. You know, I feel like the more useful, we are, the more boundaries we need, because there has to be a balance. There has to be a balance that's maintained as we enter into this level of service, especially when we enter into a level of service. Otherwise, we end up depleted, because sometimes people don't, and they don't do it on purpose. Sometimes they do, sometimes they don't. But all they know sometimes is what they need in the moment. And sometimes it does not register, what other people need or what other people are going through, or any limitations that other people have set up. And so we are the ones that have to set that precedence, right? So Spirit is saying the more you enter into this energy of abundance and the energy of this serving others, because that's what this precognition is about. It's about service, right? It's about being useful and offering up that energy in service to others. And that's where your abundance lies, Spirit is saying. And with that comes the need to set good boundaries, okay? And so we're going to take a look into the tarot that came out. We have the 8 of Wands. And we have the World card. We have the King of Cups. Yeah. And we have the King of Pentacles. Very beautiful energy out here. And then we have the 8 of Cups. I love this. I love this. And so this really feels like fast-moving energy. I feel like for whoever you are, you're quickly evolving into this energy that we're talking about, this energy of abundance, this energy of stepping into this gift, this thing that Spirit has placed in you, that Spirit is actually operating through you. I feel like you're quickly stepping into that. And when we step into the energy of the King and the Queen, this is really mastery energy. This is really stepping into honing in on that craft or that gift or that thing that you do naturally, right? It's almost like an evolving of self to where you don't even have to think about it. You just are. You just flow in this energy. And so we have the King of Cups and the King of Pentacles out here. And I feel like this brings a level of balance in with whatever's happening here. It brings in abundance, first of all, with the King of Pentacles. And then it also brings in this balance with that, this ability to offer up whatever it is that it's connecting with others, connecting with people. The King of Cups is very connected emotionally. And with that connection, it's almost like a two-way street, right? On one hand, the King of Cups is offering up something, but at the same time, there's this reciprocation of that fulfillment, because there is an outpouring of what is naturally outflowing, right? There's the fulfillment that the King of Cups gets out of doing what the King of Cups does. And so there's a double portion that's happening. There's the giving, and then there's also the receiving. And so with the World card, I feel like this is also being able to incorporate everything that you have learned along your journey. The World represents a completion, a graduation. It represents the energy of being able to integrate the lessons and use them, right? I feel like for whoever this is tapping in for, right, nothing has been wasted. Like everything that you have experienced is available, right? Is on the table for use here. Not only that, the world represents also possible travel, right? With the Eight of Wands here and the world, there could be places that you are going, or if it's not literal travel, this is some level of reaching, right? This is your ability to reach those around you, far, right? Away from you as well. And it could be through things like, social media or some type of TV, advertising, or there's something here about worldwide exposure. And that being like in your hands, your ability to reach people on that level. And so whatever this is, I feel like it is definitely expanding rapidly. And that expansion may be in terms of who you are able to reach with whatever this is, whatever your abundance is, whatever your ability to serve is, which is the precognition. So I feel like this could definitely tap into spiritual energy because we're talking about high priestess, right? We're talking about serving. We're talking about being a voice, right? The energy of precognition, but it could be other things as well. However, Spirit has given for you to utilize that gift, that energy that is actually flowing through you, right? We're talking about being a conduit for Spirit. And that being the thing that opens up this energy of abundance for you. That also being the thing that places you in a position of needing to be very disciplined, to set boundaries, to be balanced, right? It brings in more responsibility on your part as well, especially with setting boundaries. And so I feel like things are definitely moving quickly. You could feel like you're expanding in a way and you're trying to keep up. Like as things are expanding, you're not really sure of how to, even tap in, as things are growing rapidly. You're not sure of how things are moving or where they're moving, how they'll look. There might not be a lot of clarity, but you just feel like things are changing rapidly. And you feel this need to grow and to move with the change and to master yourself and to know, how to flow with these things. I feel like that's part of it too. I feel like part of this journey has been spent, or you will. Either you've already been through this desert experience or you will be going through one. That's definitely on this path. And I feel like as we tap into the deeper parts of our calling, this is a journey that we all have to go through. And so if you haven't been through it yet, know that it's coming. And it's the journey of the healer many times. It's the journey of the chosen one. We can even say that. But I feel like there's a time that's coming really quickly here. If you have not experienced this yet, well, you'll be going into this moment of solitude. You could be there right now, right? Understand that there's nothing wrong with you. Like it's purposeful to be in this place. And this is where a lot of the messages come through. Even as you come out of this, there's going to be a need to go back into hermit mode often, because that's where you're going to hear the most clearest, right? And I feel like we have the Eight of Cups here. And so this could also be a time where you're changing very rapidly too. If it's not physically, this is a mental shift happening. It could even be a shift happening on a generational level, right? There could be even gifts, I feel like, that you are partaking of that has been passed down, right? And as it's being placed in your hands, I think it's shifting a little bit. It's shifting a little bit, even as the generations change, right? Things change slightly, right? As times change, we change. The way that we do things change. And so you stepping into this gift may look very different than, say, your great-grandmother who had the gift and operated in it, or even your mother. It may have looked different. I feel like this is definitely something that has been handed down from generation, looking at this card. But I also feel like because it's the Eight of Cups, there's a different way that you're approaching it too. And so let's take a look. Very exciting energy. It could be a little bit overwhelming as well, especially if you're just, stepping into the knowing, if you've been in this for a while, it could be exciting just having things expand for you and moving to the next level. But if you're just stepping into this, things can be a little bit confusing, a little bit shaky. Let's see. And as these things are happening, I feel like it's important to understand and to trust the process. Like, not try to control things as they're changing. I do feel like someone's in a bit of a transformation as you go through this solitude, this desert season. There's a lot that's going to be changing, right? This is going to be a moment of transformation. And so, again, no need to be alarmed by the fact that you don't feel like being around people, or spirit could be telling you to withdraw from people and to not be so readily available, right? People may not understand it. They may not need to, right? This is a relationship between you and your higher source, okay? And many times it's not involving anyone else. Sometimes it's even something that doesn't even involve your significant other. They may have a need to know, yet it doesn't involve them. Yeah. And I feel like for some of you that are aware of this, this is something that you have definitely waited for. You've been patient for. For some of you, this may be including some type of connection with someone else too. When I talk about this expansion, like you may in fact be connecting with someone across the world that is tied to your purpose. Someone that's tied to your purpose. Long distance. And you may have waited for this. If you've been in contact with this person, possibly waiting for the ability or the opportunity to come together with this person. For some of you. So I don't know if this is a twin flame thing or just someone that you are, relating to that's actually long distance. It does feel like it is partnership energy here with this world, long distance. And for some of you, this could be this King of Cups energy, this King of Pentacles energy. Because I do see with the King of Cups, there is possibly a connection there. And possibly even a proposal. But I also feel like there's a little bit of a concern. There's a little bit of worry around this for some reason. The King of Cups was clarified by the Nine of Swords, the Nine of Pentacles, and the Two of Cups. Like, if it's not the connection that this is tapping into, this is you weighing back and forth. Weighing back and forth. Like one moment you feel very pumped and ready to move, you know, to the next level. And then the other minute it's like, oh my gosh, can I do this? You know, what if things don't turn out the way that they're supposed to? It's a little bit of, which is normal too, right? There's a little bit of hesitation here as to whether or not you're ready for this. And it feels a little bit imbalanced, but you are ready for this, right? You are ready for this. I feel like the balance is coming in. And there's going to be the energy coming in to support you in this and to show you how ready you are with the Nine of Pentacles. The Nine of Pentacles is independent energy, very equipped, very resourced, right? Everything that's needed, right? And so instead of looking at the fears or the doubts, actually focus your attention on everything that you feel confident about. I feel like is what Spirit is wanting here. Anytime those doubts come up, counteract that with what you feel confident about. And this is not something that you'll wake up efficient in, right? This is something that you work at every day, day by day. I mean, even if you look at those who's been doing this type of work for a long time, like it took some time to get there to that level of proficiency. All right, and so the King of Pentacles clarified by the Nine of Wands and the Hermit. And then the Eight of Cups clarified by the Five of Pentacles and the Two of Swords. I feel like this is definitely something that you could have had small little experiences or small indications that this was coming, or that in some type of way there was something, you know, that you were meant to do and that you've waited for. This feels like, and even if it's this expansion, maybe you've been doing it already, you know, and you've been waiting on the expansion of this or the opportunity to actually create something more out of this. It feels like you've been waiting, you've been patient, you know, you've been doing a lot of the foundational groundwork and preparing yourself and, you know, doing the healing around this. It feels very transformational as I look at the process of moving through these energies and the cards. And I feel like Spirit is bringing you to the point where we no longer are waiting. Your time is here. The Hangman in reverse. We're no longer waiting now. The time has come. The Eight of Pentacles, it's time to actually put in the work. And so whatever it is, the Nine of Cups, like you have everything that you need. Yeah, the Knight of Cups. And so whatever it is that you feel like has been coming through psychically, or visions, dreams, messages, whatever that is that you've been hearing, Spirit is saying it's time. You've done the work, you've waited, you've been patient, right? Of course, there's more work to do, but it's time to move to the next level. I feel like whatever that is that you've been hearing, it is time to set it into motion. Spirit is going to set it into motion, expand it, right? And so this is a beautiful message today. I think the foundational points in this message was about you understanding your need to set boundaries and stay balanced with what is about to happen for you. It feels like beautiful energy, very abundant energy. I can't get over the Lakshmi here, with all of the abundance just falling all over her. Somebody is stepping into their divine abundance. And it's all coming from within you, is what Spirit is saying. It's all from within. It's from things that have been placed in you. Many times we are surprised to understand that we're looking outside of ourselves for our abundance and for our opportunities and, for the things that we've been waiting for. But actually, it's been within us the whole time. The whole time. The love that we've been waiting for has been within us the whole time. And so the excitement for life that we've been waiting for has been within us the whole time. And that's what Spirit is saying here. That's what Spirit is saying. Now, there is the warning of having to stay balanced. Okay? But in all of this is actually a message of very high vibration, a message of good news, right? You have the support that you need, right? I feel like the spirit guides are very present here. Ancestors, very present here. Source, very connected here. And so make that the priority, okay? Make that the priority and watch how everything just flows for us. And that's in every aspect of this reading. I did even tap into a little bit of a connection that someone may have long distance. Some of us may have. And if you don't yet, these are things that are to come. This message has kind of like a future projection to it, right? And so you could be experiencing this right now, but have been waiting on it for a while, and now you're in it. For those of us that are just coming into the know of what's coming, this is the announcement of it, what is coming, right? So however this fits in your life right now, High Priestess, this is for you, okay? Abundance, future projection, right? And strong boundaries. What's the message today? The number 28 could be significant. The 30 could be significant, or 13. Those are the numbers that came out. Yeah. I feel like for whoever you are too, I see a lot of protection around you right now. A lot of protection. The boundaries that you set are going to serve as protection as well. I feel like that's why Spirit is hitting in on that so hard. The boundaries that you set are serving as protection as well. But in addition to that, you have protection around you, a heavy level of protection that's sitting high and looking low upon you, okay? You also have a heavy level of assistance when it comes to your ability to operate in your gift. I feel like it is through your connection that things will be messages. This information will be filtered to you. It could be that you have connection to a specific spirit guide. It could be an animal guide, but it's definitely through your connection. And so you'll need to spend a considerable amount of time connecting, okay? And then be open. Just be in the open posture, because I feel like you're very abundant. The abundance is actually pouring in all around you. So be open and have the attitude of expectancy and gratitude, okay? All right. Thank you so much for stopping by. This was a message for the High Priestess. All right. I hope this helps, and I hope it encourages someone. If you like this video, take a look at this one. I'll post one right above here. Or actually this time I'm going to post it right here. Okay. I'm going to be a little different today. But if you like this video, make sure you like, share, comment. Let me know how it resonates. If the energy is hitting, right? Let me know. If you haven't subscribed, please do hit the bell so you'll be notified, okay? This is the encouragement for today. And it's good news. It's good news. All right. Until next time, it's been Letty. Bye.